Okay, welcome back to another episode, very, very special episode.
We did it!
Of Dumpster Talk. McD and I got together. We talked through text messages, and I was like, we need to do a holiday episode before fucking Christmas.
Yeah.
So here we are on December 21st.
And this will be released January 31st.
It'll be, we'll have this edited, ready to go, up online by about March.
It's got this big things coming down the chute.
So it'll be good for Easter. Maybe we should just record an Easter episode.
Yeah, man.
But to make it even more special, we do have a guest again, which we're flourished with guests. But we have all the way from we've had a couple.
Flush.
Oh, you've had a few. Yeah.
Flourished? Flushed.
We're flush with guests.
We're flush with whatever. Fuck it. But we do have all the way from Halifax, good buddy Nate Shelton.
Hello.
Yes. Hello, Nate. Tell me
you
about...
actually said my name this time. Unlike your previous guest.
I'm Mikesmith, and also I have Justin Baloney Jones McDonald.
Hello.
McD. Justin Baloney Jones McD. But we also have Nate. Nate, tell everyone about yourself. Who are you?
Yeah. My name's Nate Shelton. I'm a content creator, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, it's so funny too, because like I'm technically, according to the emails I get from PR agencies, I'm a journalist, but I'm like, I didn't go to school, so I have no idea what they're talking about.
Neither did any journalists.
I think the parameters for journalism is pretty wide right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to hear. I'm basically I'm a troupe of one of I guess now we've expanded out to 5 hosts of the GeekCentric Podcast.
GeekCentric Podcast.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's something that we started off on YouTube, and we got some success on YouTube. We started getting numbers on YouTube for we did this thing called Fun Boxing, which was a play on the word unboxing, where we unboxed Funko Pops, and
nice.
We've as geeks we've collected billions and millions of Funko Pops.
Those are the beady-eyed big heads things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
A
huge amount of plastic.
Yeah.
Like just the world over.
The worst. But let me put it this way. I've gotten past them now. I've now moved into like art vinyl collecting now, where it's like the some of the art pieces that they do. I don't know. I've got like a few of them here, but ultimately we started off with unboxing toys on YouTube.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of success there, but then we were like, oh, we really want to talk about movies, TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
We want to talk about geek news, geek culture, and we sort of pivoted when I think a lot of people pivoted, which was the pandemic pivot, they call it. And basically we moved over to podcasting because we found that long form content, talking about movies, talking about TV shows, very similar to how you guys have talked about many geeky things like McD, your love for She-Hulk in
Oh wow, you got that recent one listened to already. Right on.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, absolutely.
Recent. So, I say recent. We recorded it 2 months ago.
We don't cover how we all want to have sex with She-Hulk, but we do talk about.
They do all want to have sex with She-Hulk.
I know. I'm just open about these things.
Yeah. So we do geek culture content. We have a week-to-week show called This Week in Geek that we post about geek news and trailer reactions and things like that. We recently talked about all the James Gunn takeover, DC takeover stuff, and how he's just
big geek
firing left and right.
Not to interrupt, but I saw this thing today on. I still use E-Bombs World. Remember E-Bombs World?
That's still around.
I still use it, and it's actually now headlined as the site that won't die. That's what they're calling it.
Oh, well, they know themselves.
Yeah, they know themselves, and it showed all the James Gunn's old tweets, which I've never seen.
Oh yeah.
Wow. No. He was just a provocateur, right? And he apologized for it in the right way. He said, I used to go out there and just think shock comedy is the best way to go, and I'm beyond doing that now.
Yeah.
It was a mistake. I apologize for it. I'm not like that anymore. Okay, good. But then you look back at the jokes and you're like, oh, these aren't funny. These are just like trying to provoke people in the worst ways. Like really bad.
Yeah, yeah.
But if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have gotten the actual good version of the Suicide Squad.
That's a good point.
Disney was like, some guy at Disney looked up his old tweets and was like, that's not okay. And then they canceled him and fired him from Guardians. And then he went over, did Suicide Squad, said, okay, well, fuck you guys. And then comes over. And now with Guardians 3, he's coming back. And then he's going back to DC now, taking over. And it's a whole thing. There's a whole drama. The Rock's not happy. It's crazy.
The Rock isn't happy.
Oh, he's very upset.
He's pissed.
What's the Rock?
Yeah.
The Rock is mad that he's going to direct The Rock?
Oh, I think he got fired from Black Adam. Like he got fired from DC.
The Rock already lost Black Adam?
Oh, dude, apparently he like frauded numbers on the movie. Like he's
I heard it's like the biggest hit in Egypt or something, and he's like, what are you talking about, Rock? You're just fucking posting this? Yeah. I didn't know you had the data in before anyone else, Rock.
Yeah. I don't think it's very often that McD and I, in any of our circles that we hang out in, are out nerded. This might be the first time that we've got someone who's got even more of a wealth of knowledge of nerd culture.
And I'm low. Like that's the thing, we don't hang out with nerds. Like we just don't. Like it's all jocks and dicks,
losers. And
I
weekend alcoholics.
I don't get to talk about dicks as often on my podcast, so this is great.
You can say whatever you want.
Absolutely.
Go
Can I make a clarification? I've been waiting to talk about this actually, though. Nerds, geeks, dorks. They're different things in my mind, right?
Yeah.
So
yes,
geeks has come it's gone up and down, right? We've had the history of geek. Like you look at those like really creepy circus acts where it's like, come look at the geek, and it's like this like deformed poor human being that's being abused.
That's
where
it originated,
like that,
right? Wasn't that
that's where it originated?
That's what a geek was.
Yeah.
And then you move into like freaks and geeks, and like that's where it started to become like, it was kind of semi-cool to be a geek. And now I think geek has risen, I think, above to now where if you like Marvel, if you like DC, if you like the look of She-Hulk, you can be considered a geek. I think that's totally it. And for the GeekCentric podcast, we consider geeks to be anyone who's passionate about something. You're a geek. You can be geek-centric.
Because you can geek out at something, right? Like, oh man, I totally geeked out over barbecue sauce last weekend.
Absolutely.
Right? You can be a barbecue out over something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny to think it used to be like a really nasty little term. And now there's a company called Geek Squad, like driving around. You're like, oh yeah, that was a really nasty term way back. Like,
and before the Geek Squad was like some little guy chained in the back of those vans. It's terrible.
That's something. Yeah,
they forced him to go in behind all the TVs and like do all the wiring in the walls.
So now nerds, I would consider nerds, and tell me if you think is the same thing. Nerds are smart geeks in the sense that usually nerds are very academic.
Agreeable.
I think there's a little more of a negative connotation with nerd than there is geek. But I think the most negative connotation is dork. I think dork is the unpopular geek these days.
Unpopular geek. Yeah, unpopular nerd even.
I use the term dork a lot. And I use dork for just generally lame people. Like you're just
generally lame.
You're just a dork, dude.
And
like, you're not interesting. You have nothing. Like you're just, it's.
Do you think there's any education to a dork?
Possibly, yeah. I would say like a dork would be like an accountant with nothing interesting to say to anyone. Just like this fucking dork. Like, I don't know. I'm trying like, oh my, like if you're saying like like a shitty brother-in-law or something, guys, it's a fucking dork. Like I gotta hang out with this guy. Like
this is also like drinks, almost a spectrum. Boring. Yeah. This is like a spectrum of social skills too. So like geeks, social skills are pretty good on a geek.
I think there's dorks that can be like, no, but
nobody wants to be around them.
Yeah, this is fucking boring. I think it's a boring person. Like also,
I think there's nerds. There's nerds that are like, I like hanging out with that guy, but he's uncomfortable.
But there's dorks. There's dorks that also think they're cool. Like you see a guy like on a tricycle, motorcycle.
Yeah.
Like oh, fucking dork. Like you're on a motorcycle, get a fucking motorcycle. What are you doing? Dork, dude.
Yeah, it's true. But this is what I'm saying. I'm saying social skills. So like, if you were to put them in order of social skills, a geek's got the most social skills. Like I want to hang out with a geek.
Oh, I don't know.
In terms of a nerd, I probably want to hang out, but he doesn't want to hang out with me or she.
Yeah. And the thing is, I think nerds are respected.
Just fuck off.
Yeah, but we're also leaving out dweebs and spazzes.
Oh, shoot. We forgot those two.
Shit, yeah.
Because I remember there was a Saturday Night Live sketch called Geek Dweeb or Spaz, and there's a panel of 3 contestants, and then they'd show you somebody, and then you have to guess if they're a geek and dweeb or Spaz.
And you'd be told if you were right or wrong.
And a Spaz would be like, some kid with braces, like acne, volcano face, and you're like,
yeah,
oh, that's a Spaz.
Cranked up on Red Bulls.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, I think there's a more woke version of Spaz now. I think it's just called being like, I don't know, like really anxious all the time.
Yeah, that's Spaz wouldn't be fair at all now. Like you call someone a Spaz.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, you probably couldn't get away with calling someone a Spaz. It's that kid who's like they've got all the social media accounts, but they have no friends, and they're just losing their mind on social media.
They follow themselves on social media, like from each account,
from other accounts.
Comment on it.
Oh my god! I'm sorry if you are that person.
Yeah.
Please reach out. I will follow you.
They just comment hearts and fire on all their other stuff.
They forget that they liked something the night prior from another account, and then wake up and like, oh wow,
yeah, yeah. Oh man,
that's just. I mean, we were laughing, but that's the saddest story I've ever heard.
Yeah, like
so incredibly.
It'd be funnier if it wasn't true, but it's true
it's
somewhere.
Incredibly sad.
Yeah, that's true.
You want to see sad, man? I go on Instagram and I follow just bikini babes all the time. You want to see sad? Go to the comments in there.
Oh God. No.
Where they're just like, "You be beautiful. You be my wife."
Oh wow!
And then you go to something. I can't help myself. Then I'll go to their profile and be like, just like 2 billion selfies, no friends.
That sucks.
Yeah, a lot of those like really thirsty like old men on Twitter liking these photos and stuff and commenting, and it's like, and they'll usually do a lot of retweeting and like a lot of reposting of just stuff where you're like, how is this on Twitter? Like, how did this get? Isn't there content restrictions on some of this stuff? I guess not. I don't know. Maybe not for Twitter.
I didn't know Twitter was. Anymore. Hang on. So was Twitter before Elon Musk took over? Because I went on Twitter the other day. I don't have Twitter.
How'd you get on it?
What happened was I was on Instagram, and this girl was like, "I'm deleting my account. I'm only on Twitter now." I'm like, "Oh man."
How am I supposed to see her?
She's really pretty. I want to go back to see her jugs. And I went to her Twitter thing, and she was fully nude. Like, not just nude. She was doing like cam girl nasty stuff. And I'm
on
like,
Twitter.
This is on Twitter, dude? Was that always the case on Twitter?
Understand.
I think it's like the Wild West now.
They can't police it.
Well, because I think the people that did police it had some sort of morals, and they're gone. Like there's a lot of people that were either fired, or there was people that were like, "Fuck this."
So Twitter is now an open range. So that
it's fucking crazy.
So like 2 months ago, that wouldn't have happened on Twitter.
It's also a really popular thing on Twitter now for a lot of people to do the thing where they get you. They post something and then it has like a little warning on it, like don't like click this if you want to see what's behind this, and you click it and it's like some meme face of some guy just like gotcha or whatever, or it's like a naked dude or something. Like it's just they try to like get you. Yeah, it's like it's a popular thing to do. I don't know.
Rick rolling, like it's a leveled up.
You'd think we'd be past that by now, like the internet pranking. Like you can just do.
Oh no, yeah.
The entire world lives on the internet now.
Like, I know,
but just majority of the world is spending more time on the internet than they are with people in real life.
They're not TPing houses like you are, McD.
You know what? It's funny you say that. I'm thinking about getting back into pranking.
Like real pranking.
I just want to like real pranking. Like I was thinking I just want to decorate one of my friends. I was running this past my wife. I'm like, who could I do this to? There's like paint their car pink. Like spend like $2,000. Because I remember I was going to paint my whole friend's house yellow.
Tom Green style.
Yeah, and I was going to paint their whole car pink and put like bad bitch on the rear windshield, and like just spend like a good $2-3 and just get it done. Just get back into that.
That's a good idea.
Just do it.
I have a fun one. If you can find a body cam that's small enough, I have a fun idea where you wear let's say, you go to restaurants and you dress up like you're the manager or owner of the restaurant. And so you don't even need a name tag or anything because they never wear them, right?
That's right.
And you've got like dress pants on, and you go up to a table, you just go up to a family and you just say, "So how's everyone's meal tonight?" And you just start interacting with them. And if they're upset about anything, you say, "You know what? We're going to make this up to you. How about some free breadsticks?" And then you leave. So then they like ask the waiter, like, "Hi, we were told about free breadsticks." And then nothing happens.
That guy at the bar told us we get free beers.
That guy doesn't work here. What are you talking about? I think that could be a really fun and maybe not as harmful prank as
that's a pretty vehicle. Reasonable one. I mean, I've had it before. I used to do like plumbing, and I was taken aback because we got a contract for McDonald's, and I was able to just walk in any McDonald's. I just had I didn't have any identification on me. I had like a polo shirt that had my company name on it, and no one there. Like I'd visit a store once a year.
Yeah.
Walk right in. I'd flip up the counter thing at the front desk of McDonald's and walk straight in and just head into the basement, and no one batted an eye. I was like holding a clipboard.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
It's that thing where you can go to the Super Bowl if you're holding a clipboard and a reflective vest. Like, I guess I could just run any McDonald's. Like, I could just come in here.
That's what I used to do to get into shows. Like like when you look like you're in a band, and you walk past the people, that. Like, just you walk by, you nod, you smile, and be like, hey, man. No. And you look like you don't even want to be there. You can walk right into backstage, no problem.
That's what my friend Chuck said to me the other day. I'm like, I'm going to that Sloan concert in Oshawa. It's sold out, but he's like, I don't give a fuck if it's sold out. I'll make it in. I'll get it. I'm like, well, all right. Like, I can't wait to see you, but like, how are you going to get in? It's a sold out show, and there's like two entrances.
He'd get in.
Yeah. And I was confident. Like, Bree's like, he's not going to get in. I'm like, if there's anyone that knows how to get in, it's going to be this fucking guy. So
yeah. Yeah, you just walk in like you know somebody. I mean, for a good chance he knew somebody anyway. So
that's what I said too.
Yeah. Love it, man. I guess this isn't as much of a holiday special. I mean, we don't have the video being recorded.
I know that would have been nice.
McD's so bumped. I'll have to figure it out, but I don't want to edit it, so I don't know.
It looks like Nate went ahead and put everything into holiday colors too.
He did. I wanted to call that out just so that we're aware of it.
So Nate has a whole light show in his. Is that your bedroom?
Nate, can you screenshot your video, or maybe I can screenshot it somehow?
If you can screenshot it, yeah, maybe. This is my bedroom / recording studio.
Good Lord.
And it's funny that you call that out because I've now done. We had the wonderful opportunity to be blessed with the ability to interview people who are in movies, like people who are in movies that make movies. Like I've talked to Larry the Cable Guy this year.
Oh, nice.
I got a chance to talk to freaking what's his name, Stephen Lang from Avatar: The Way of Water. Like
Mantis.
What's that?
I forget her name, the actor's name, but you talked to the girl who played Mantis.
Oh yeah. Palm Clementieff. We talked to her.
Yeah.
So
from Guardians of the Galaxy.
We've been talking to like a ton of people, and in at least 3 or 4 interviews that I've done, they've called out my lights. Like they're like, "We love your lights. We love your setup." And it got so bad to one point where I literally had to like start diminishing the light game back here because it would take up they give us like 4 minutes for some of these interviews, and 2 minutes of them are just like, "Where are you? What's going on?" And I'm like, "Okay, I gotta
You're like, fuck, stop talking about my lights. I got enough content on my lights."
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, thank you. I appreciate that the effort is at least made known in an audio form.
I've seen those units on Instagram as ads. Like he's got the triangle lights, they're pods, and you just mount them and stick them on the wall, and you can just program.
You got an app, probably, right? A phone app.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Nanoleaf makes it. Yeah,
I like those.
Good stuff.
Pretty sweet. But I mean, I don't know if you actually prepared. I asked you to prepare if you could think of some stuff for holidays. Did you have anything off the top of your head?
It wasn't about the holidays, actually. I just said I would prepare things.
Content. Well, it's better than nothing.
They can sell what
I was going to ask, it's just a very simple question, but Nate, since you're a guest, I'll ask you while he looks up his ideas.
I did put some seasonal stuff. Go on.
I was going to ask, what's the best gift you've ever got? What's your worst gift you've ever got?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what? The thing that comes to mind, and it's not a creative answer. It's not like a big story behind it. Well, there's a little bit of a story behind it, but it would be the PlayStation 2.
Okay.
I think back, this was my first sort of. I had the Super Nintendo, I had the N64, but the PlayStation 2 was like, this is a big kid's console. This is like adult console. It has a DVD player. Are you kidding me? So I can watch X-Men 1 on it? Are you crazy?
You weren't a loyalist to one brand? Like I was a Nintendo only. Like we didn't buy a PlayStation. We never had a Genesis. You know? I remember I bought a Genesis. My brother made me return it.
Was that by choice that you didn't want the other?
I was going to say,
my brother made me return it.
Restrictions?
No, well, it was probably by one, financial restrictions, and 2, my brother was just like, oh, We're a Nintendo family. Like, we're not buying.
Don't even try.
Like, the Genesis is a piece of shit system. We're not buying any Genesis shit.
Yeah,
it sucks. The
it had Mortal Kombat. How did you play?
I know. Well, no, Super Nintendo eventually got Mortal Kombat as well. On. It did, and it had a better controller, and it was just a better system. It was, and then
says the Nintendo family.
Well, nonetheless, I mean, when the PlayStations came around, I started to get jealous because I'm like, well, my brother's moving out soon. But I never got a PlayStation ever. I've never owned a PlayStation. I'm an Xbox guy now.
I was always an Xbox guy over PlayStation.
And I have a Nintendo Switch, which I use for nothing.
There you go.
I played Zelda on it, and it's just collecting dust now.
Can I have it?
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna get the second there's people over. I'm gonna get the new Wii Sports or whatever.
I'm surprised they haven't done a Mario Party.
They have.
I'm surprised that McD doesn't have all those anime waifu games with the women with the big jugs. Like I can imagine him having a great time.
I haven't heard of
a ton of them on the eShop. You think Nintendo is like a kid-friendly thing? Go down the eShop route and search some stuff. You will be shocked, my friend.
How is this not your best gift you ever got, Nate? Or did you have to buy these yourself?
I did play that video game. It was a volleyball game where it's
Dead or Alive volleyball.
Oh man, that was cool.
CGI,
that was super cool, man.
Yeah.
It's like
was super
400 Jessica Rabbits playing.
Yeah. Well, so that came from Tekken, and going back to the PlayStation 2, that was one of the things where I'm like, oh, this is a big kid console because it's got like those kind of fighters in Tekken. But I remember getting the PlayStation 2 Christmas morning. It was a huge deal. I was so excited. But the first thing I did on it was not play a video game. It was to watch the first X-Men movie, and it was amazing. I was like, wow, it's on a disc? How does this even work? It was crazy. But the story behind that PlayStation 2 was actually pretty dope. My dad managed to... Cabbage Patch dolls were huge at the same time.
Okay. How old are you, Nate?
I'm 32.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cabbage Patch dolls were huge for a 32-year-old at some point in his life.
Yeah, not for me, but for my cousins and stuff, right?
Right, I think that was the resurgence of
they must have come back.
They were huge before you were alive, actually.
Yeah.
When we were in the 80s, they were big.
And before that too. Like my sister was in the craze, and she was born in like 74.
Yeah, it's in the 80s. Yeah, in the 80s they were pretty massive, but they did come back.
Yeah. But then so he ended up buying 2 Cabbage Patch dolls because he thought he might sell one afterwards. So he's standing in line for a PS2 in the cold of Canada. and
this was your dad, you said?
Yeah. And literally up to the person in front of him, like this is how it always goes. They go, this is how many PlayStations we have in stock. And so he looks at the guy in front of him and he grabs from his bag a Cabbage Patch doll. And these are like sold out everywhere. It's like, I think it might have been like an anniversary edition. I have no idea. But this guy, he goes, I'm going to trade you this Cabbage Patch doll for your spot in line. You don't even have to pay me anything. I'm just going to give this to you. You give me your spot in line. Guy took it, got a PS2.
Nice.
Amazing.
Wow. Put it all out on the line.
Absolutely. The worst gift I got. I don't. You know what? My grandma's never going to listen to this. Thank God. So
mine was for my grandma too.
It's so every now and then my grandma will do things where you're just kind of like, you're my grandma. I love you, so I'm not going to say anything. But she's
not listening to Dumpster Talk. Don't worry.
She'll do things like she'll just find stuff around her house and then wrap it and be like, I've got you this gift. Yeah. So like this like really old, just Old Testament, Bible. This is all it is. And it's super old and ripped and dusty. Like there was literally dust.
It wasn't a new copy of the Old Testament. It was a very old Testament.
You know what they say about that?
Inside of like a wicker basket it was a gift one year.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad. And I got to say something about your grandma too, because dusty Bibles.
Yeah.
Dirty living.
Oh, yeah.
All right. That's what they lead to.
Really?
Dusty Bibles lead to dirty living.
Is this what you want to put on a t-shirt or something?
I know. I saw it on a church sign one time, and I like almost pulled over. I was laughing, crying so hard. This was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
Dusty Bibles.
Dusty Bibles lead to dirty living.
Dirty living.
Right.
Oh, my gosh.
All right. I think we found the title of this one.
Okay, but
Oh, man.
Love it.
My shitty gifts. Because you didn't. I don't know if you asked me this, but I did actually write this down. I wrote down Christmas is garbage.
Wait, are you answering this question or are you bringing up more questions?
No, I have. I have an answer ready for this.
Oh, perfect.
So the worst gift I got, I think I got this one year and then the next year after. I don't know if it was all at the same time, but it was devastating. The worst gift I got was a battery recharger for my grandma. A battery recharger.
This was in the last episode.
And my dad yelled at her.
I've got deja vu right now. I literally just heard this on a podcast.
And a subscription to David Suzuki magazine.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
so
you were far too hammered the last time we recorded.
Oh, God damn it.
Well, and it's funny too because because I was like, I'm literally sitting here in like vapid anticipation, seeing if McD's actually going to answer the question or if he's going to like not answer the question in a way that he still answers it but doesn't answer it. Like there were so many times in that episode where I was just like,
oh, that was a mess.
Didn't even answer the question.
That was a complete mess.
It was definitely the most polluted version of the.
Well, I've never shown up hammered. I mean, we've always sat down, had a drink or two, and then get started.
Yeah, but, I picked you up in the garage.
Like I was tanked when he came and got me.
Yeah,
and I brought my junkie buddy along, and we edited what 90% of what I.
It was 2.5 hour recording, and insane. The final was an hour long.
It was insane.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
but I remember a good gift.
Okay,
it was called Marble Works. You might remember this.
Oh, I do remember Marble Works.
Where it was a bunch of little plastic tracks for marbles to cascade down.
Yeah.
So dope.
And you could race them, and it had different colored marbles, so you could be like, who's winning this time? You could bet on like
they'd
horse
hit
races.
Funnels, and they'd start spinning around funnels. And
awesome, dude.
Yeah. It was like somebody took like Mousetrap, and like they were like, let's just put it on fucking LSD.
Enhance. And I remember I was playing with it in a dental office, and I was just fucking nuts about it. And come Christmas, it was all set up. I walked downstairs.
Yeah.
I was a little kid. I walked downstairs, and my brother or whoever just pours a whole thing down it. I was like, "Wow!" Because at the dentist office it was like 4 things tall. They bought the deluxe thing where it was like 30 fucking pieces.
Oh man!
And I'm just like pissing my pants. Is going.
Do you ever see that video of that kid getting the Super Nintendo, like losing his marbles?
Yeah, and he's like playing it for a drum beat,
and he's just like, oh, and he's like screaming at it, and the kid, this little sister's losing her mind too, doesn't know why. But that type of excitement is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That was me with the PlayStation that morning. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. My best gift was actually, I'm still surprised, and nothing will ever beat this. But when I was like 14, so it was like grade 9, I was learning to play drums. I'd saved up like every penny I had, and I bought like this used drum kit off this guy that I went to school with. It cost me like $200. It was like the whole kit, everything. So it was a real piece of shit kit. Mm-hmm. And I'm like taking lessons from this guy. He's only like a year older than me, and he tells me like in like September, October, like I'm selling my kit. I'm getting a whole new drum kit. Just if you know anyone who's buying it, and I'm like, oh my fucking God, I have to have this fucking drum kit.
Yeah.
So I'm asking my parents. They're separated at the time, but I'm like, hey, I don't want anything else. Like, just want some money. I want to get this kit. Paul's selling it. I gotta get it. I have to have it.
How much do you think it was? Like $500 or something?
I think it was like $500. Yeah. I can't afford it as a 14-year-old. There's no chance. Not going to happen. And my parents are like, "Oh man, that's a lot. Like, you're not getting that kind of thing for Christmas. Yeah. Like, sorry." And then I'm like, "Come on, please. Like, he wants to sell it, and I'd like to get it before somebody else does. It's a good deal, and everything else. This is what he paid for it." I'm working my parents as hard as I can. And then one day, Paul's like, "Yeah, sorry, dude, I sold it."
Oh fuck.
And I was like, fuck me, are you kidding me? Like, I was so bummed, so sad. Christmas morning, still bummed. Like, I was like so depressed about not getting this drum kit. And Christmas morning, I open up one small little box, and it's Paul's snare drum in the fucking box. And I lost my fucking mind. And like, I'm a teenager, I'm 14 years old. So like, I was not expecting this. Like, I was so pumped that both my parents, who were separated, got together,
figured it out.
It was from both of them.
And they had your buddy lie to you too.
Oh yeah, they had him lie to me.
That's
and like I opened the snare drum at my mom's. My mom's like, the rest of them are at your dad's house. And I was like, oh my fucking God. Yeah. Like I was like losing it. It was that was like such a cool feeling.
My parents did that one time too. They did it to my brother though. So
do you feel left out?
Well, no, because I got included on everything. So it was a huge bonus for me. What happened was my brother, we were computer gamers. Mm-hmm. Before there was consoles, really, like there was Atari and whatnot.
Yeah, Commodore
and there
64.
was the NES, but we were playing Sierra games like Rosella, Police Quest, and all this stuff. but things were getting upgraded quickly, and you needed these new video cards to run them. And my dad goes and buys these new games. And my brother knew that he needed the new video card, and he's fucking just so sad. He's so bummed out, right? Yeah. My dad bought 3 of these games for him.
And you can't play them.
What do you mean you can't play them? And Jeff's like, you need this video card. This Christmas sucks. Next day we go, a whole, another 24, 48 hours or something later, we go up to Keswick, Ontario, where my uncle has the video card
for Christmas. Yes. That's so awesome. I can just see your brother just being so bummed too. He's like just bawling. Yeah, just so we can play. Like,
you needed
Family
this?
Feud.
That's strange. No, it was to play the new Wayne Gretzky hockey. There was a new Wayne Gretzky hockey. Yeah. It was like a bird's eye view hockey game, and it was so ridiculously bad game. But I remember being really pumped about when the skaters would move on the ice, they would leave a trail, like of skate blade trails, and we're like, this is amazing.
Check out those fucking graphics.
And he would keep stats. My brother was a dork, right? He would keep stats in a book. Like a kaye?
Dork. Your explanation of dork, and now you just called him one? He's going to be pissed. He listens to this.
Because that's a dorky fucking thing to do. He was keeping hockey stats in a kaye.
His tang of stats.
Yeah, for our American listeners, a kaye would be like a legal pad or whatever. But like
workbook. Kaye meant workbook, I think. Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know what the worst gift I got.
You're too appreciative.
Probably something. I know who it would have been from, but I don't know what it was. It would have been many gifts, but love my aunt. My aunt. Yeah. She is the type who's like, oh wow, this is a really cool vase at like a garage sale.
No!
And we'll like wrap it up and gift it because she got it for $2.
Yeah.
And then she'll try to sell you on it the whole time. You're like, oh my fucking God.
I got like a XXL Old Navy hoodie one time. Like, great.
Yeah.
A tablecloth. Like,
beauty.
Did you even think about who I am at all?
Yeah.
Like, I understand, like, you got to go shopping. You're not supposed to think about me that much, but what am I supposed to fucking do with this? So,
the worst is when you get clothing that is not the right size, whether it's too big or too small, like, especially too small. And it's just like, you don't have the heart. And then they're like, why don't I ever see you wearing that jacket we got you?
And nobody but your spouse should ever buy you any clothing. Nobody. Yeah. Nobody. Again, that's like a scarf.
I'm so fucking picky. I don't want anyone buying me
clothes. No shit. No,
unless I literally pointed at it and said, I really like this. Yeah. And I tried it on. Yeah. And then I'm like, I can't afford it today.
Everyone's picky.
And they come back and get it the next day.
Yeah. Sure. I mean, they don't, like, grown men that don't give a fuck, like older construction workers, fine. Buy them a fucking Carhartt jacket or something or whatever. They're fine. I mean, someone remotely fashionable, don't buy them clothes unless they're their spouse, and you know for sure it's going to go over well. And even then you shouldn't, because now the spouse is being like, when are you going to wear that? Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Like, I'm obliged to like it. Just don't buy someone clothes. It's a bad idea.
It's a tough gift. It's a tough gift.
No.
It can go sour.
I bad gifted somebody one time. It was my high school girlfriend. I got her a robe. She was wanting jewelry.
Yeah.
I got her a robe. It was Christmas or something. I got her a robe. I went back. I had to go return it with her and then go to a jewelry store with her.
Yeah. You deserve that.
Yeah.
She told you she wanted jewelry?
I think so, but I went with her friend. I'm like, take me out to buy something for my girlfriend. It was her friend, and she took me to
and got her
a robe, and she's like, "This is the fucking dumbest thing."
She wanted you two to break up.
Yeah, in retrospect, maybe.
Yeah. She wanted you two to break up for sure.
So, can I ask you guys a quick question here that I want to get your feelings on? It's a Christmas related question, nice. And it has to do with. So now this is going to wholly matter only if you actually have had times in your lives where you've gotten like your cousins gifts or like your extended family. Because I know for my household, like we go like, with my extended family, my cousins on my mom's side. And back in the PS2 days, when I got my PS2, it was a matter of like, I was a kid. I would get gifts from all of my different cousins, my grandma and my parents and my aunt and uncle. Like I would get gifts from all of them.
Yeah.
Now I'm part of the adults. So I am part of the Secret Santa. I get one gift for a name that I've drawn from a hat. But we still have some little fucking cousins.
Yeah.
That everyone has to get them gifts. My mom's getting them gifts. My dad's getting them. Everyone's getting them gifts. I'm getting them gifts.
Yeah, they're cleaning up.
What's the age? What's the cutoff that we can then indoctrinate them into the
I'm calling
Secret
it
Santa?
18.
Right?
18.
That's what I was thinking.
Is it an age though, or is it like you're working now?
I think I got a niece that's 16, I think. I think she's 16, and it's like, yeah, you're working, but I'm still going to get you a gift. Well, once 18 rolls around, like, we're done.
But I think that there's older ages. Like, if somebody's like 26 and they like live in the basement, they don't fucking work. Yeah, I don't have no money.
What a dork!
I'm not going to get them anything, but I'm also not going to. I'm not going to expect them to. Yeah, that's probably a spaz. That's a spaz. But I'm not expecting them to buy anyone else anything either.
No, of course not.
So they're just out of the the list.
What Nate was talking about, I have the exact same arrangement Nate's talked about. I have 40 cousins, right? Yeah. Like, and my grandma would try to buy gifts for all the kids. Which is
oh my gosh,
nonsense, right? We each get like a blanket and a T-shirt. Great, thanks, Grandma. Don't need it, but I remember everyone got dodgeballs, a DVD,
battery chargers,
and a blanket one year. Yeah. Different grandma, but this grandma actually did good. The British grandma didn't give a fuck.
She did the best she could with the numbers she had to supply for.
40
Wait,
kids.
was it a DVD of Dodgeball, or was it a Dodgeball and a DVD?
No, it was a DVD of Dodgeball.
Okay.
Which came with a Dodgeball T-shirt.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Double XL, and then a fleece blanket, and everyone got one, and that's like 40 kids. Like, well done,
that's pretty good.
And that was the year that we were doing Secret Santas amongst all the cousins, and I got a gift certificate for $25. And I had given a gift certificate for $50. Ooh. And I'm like, I'm fucking done. Because all this is just HMV gift cards exchanged for different monetary value. I always hated Christmas and gift giving. I always hated it anyway. Like, I fucking truly despise it. I'm so done with it.
I'm so happy that we decided to do a holiday.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas, indeed. I hate gift giving. I'm a terrible gift receiver. I enjoy gift giving.
Is there anything about the holidays you do like?
No.
No, nothing.
No, nothing I do not like Christmas. Okay. I think Christmas is the most basic bitch holiday.
Not hanging out with family and friends, like no get-togethers, parties with buddies.
I do that anyway.
All right, fair. Yeah, fair.
Right?
But
it's better weather.
But you get more people. You get more people. You even had people over last weekend, and you were surprised by the turnout. That wouldn't have happened if it wasn't the holidays.
It was a Christmas miracle. You know what that is? That's women getting together. That's all the wives getting together and being like, let's do it, because they're full of holiday cheer.
Yeah.
And I just think Christmas is just this weird basic bitch holiday now with these ridiculous Hallmark movies. And
it's true.
I honestly despise the holiday. And then Halloween, which requires actual creativity. We're busy. Fuck off. Holiday, Christmas, you just follow suit. Oh man, just fill yourself with cheer and buy, consume.
Yep.
And then Halloween is like, just show you have a whole year to plan one bit of creativity and go out and have fun. And I don't know.
It feels like Halloween's dying. I don't know if that's just because I'm not a kid anymore.
It's so dying, dude. So dying. I don't know. It should be. I think it's an adult.
We didn't really talk about our awesome Halloween.
We had a fucking great time at Halloween.
We had a great time at Halloween.
I've never had a
Halloween's a holiday. We can talk about it. Yeah. We can talk about it.
I've never had a
holiday special.
Yeah. What is that? A pairing costume? What do you call it? What do you call it?
A couple's costume.
Thank you. A pairing costume. But remember, I found these two hats where I was in Value Village. I find these two hats are sitting right next to each other. They were probably used for a Mario and Luigi costume in the past.
One's like a dark red and one's green, and they look like Italian plumber hats.
And they were like vintage. They were old. They were worked in.
Yeah,
it was just so bizarre. Like these old suede hats, green and red.
Like Mario and Luigi, if like they actually existed, those were their hats.
That's what it was. Like it was like real life.
So insane that they were sitting there, and even the green one was a bit taller. The red one was a bit fatter.
Yeah,
it was absolutely just perfect. And I called Mike. I'm like, we're going Mario and Luigi.
Well, I threw that out as a joke the weekend before. I was like, hey, I don't know. I feel like we could do Mario and Luigi really easily if you want to do Halloween. Didn't think anything of it. Nothing. Like I was like, yeah, whatever. It's a throwaway comment. And then he sends me a picture of these and goes, you still in to do Mario and Luigi? I was like, where the fuck did you get those? Because that's the hardest part. Out of an entire Mario and Luigi costume, you can find everything. Actually, except for a mustache. I had a hard time finding that.
Well, you blew it. You shaved the week before or something.
I can't grow. The fake mustache I got was way better than I could have ever grown.
My mustache was on point.
Yeah, you can grow a mean mustache, though. Your Luigi mustache.
You see this new mustache I got right now? I went to a black barbershop and I go, oh, nice. Can you trim my mustache?
It looks good.
No, I don't like it.
Okay.
I close my eyes. This is it's got like 4 days growth on it now. But I close my eyes and he just starts buzzing away because it tickles. So I'm just I can't move. And I open my eyes and I look in the mirror. I'm like, motherfucker. He gave me like a total Vincent Price mustache.
Oh, he shaved the top.
He shaved the top. He shaved the bottom. He's like, it's just this pencil line mustache. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. I'm going to see like people I haven't seen in like 2 years. I'm going to see them all tomorrow night.
I love that happened. That's amazing.
I had a full handlebar mustache. I'm like, just give me a mustache trim. He's like, for sure, man. I'll give you the old, what every black guy wants. Yeah, just give me.
That's awesome. I think we posted a video of you dancing as Luigi on our Instagram. So if anyone wants to check it out, and maybe what I'll do is I'll find out one of the good pictures of us as a couple.
Yeah.
Because it turned out really great.
It was a blast.
It was a really good time.
Well, I was saying to him, Nate, I was saying to him, like, do you want to just go as Mario and Luigi tonight? We were like 2 weeks later. Like, do you want to just go as Mario and Luigi again tonight?
I was down.
It was so much fun. Let's just do it again, man.
We'll do it again in the spring. We'll just like hit up like a bar because I had so much fun. We got so many high fives.
Yeah, man.
Like high fives, cheers. Like, hey, Mario. Like. We were doing an act out on the patio. We're like chatting these guys up. I'm like, ain't nobody won in the plumbing game. Ain't nobody having fun in the plumbing game.
Hey, yeah, I'm Super Mario Brothers. You know, I gotta stop on the Koopas. I gotta drive Mario Karts all over the place. You know.
That motherfucking Koopa always grinding my balls, trying to steal my peach.
Got a spaghetti sauce out of my shit, you know. I am Super Mario, but I'm Super Mario Karts.
Yeah.
It sounds like you know more about the Mario Brothers and that world than even the voice of Mario, Chris Pratt.
Oh,
I don't know if you guys saw that video of him, like where he's like, I'm so excited. I always loved stomping. And then he just like thinks for like 2 minutes straight, and he goes, Koopas. Like, as if he had to like read it in the background, like somebody, like his publicist is just like Koopas.
Yeah, why wouldn't you get someone that would be excited for that role? It's such a strange thing to get Chris Pratt. Did you see like the French previews where they have
a guy doing Italian
accents, and the Italian one is like a guy doing. You even hear Chris Pratt go like, "Let's a go." You're like, no, what?
Let's a go.
Like, no, not the greatest, but that movie does look fantastic.
Every other casting, I'm kind of into.
Yeah, like, Jack Black looks good in it.
Yeah, it sounds great.
And they got who's playing Luigi? Is it that comedian
Charlie Day?
Oh, it's Charlie Day.
I thought he was Toad. No,
he's Luigi. Yeah, Keegan Michael Key is Toad.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wonder who they got. I thought they have that scrawny comedian. I can't believe I'm not mentioning his name right now. He's a skinny guy. He's friends with Nick Kroll. Damn it.
It's your party.
Yeah, it's my party. I know. That's my problem. I'm embarrassed to not know it right now.
Well, it'll come to you at the worst time.
Former SNL head writer. Fuck. All right. Forget it. That's going to drive me a bit nuts.
Yeah, it is.
I'm going to go take a pee. I can't concentrate.
Colin Jost? No.
I don't know.
It's not Colin Jost. That's a good question.
I did a Google search.
John Mulaney.
There you go. Bring your mic down.
Well, it's actually probably better that you screamed it away from the mic.
Yeah. It actually worked out perfectly.
Yeah. So it was John Mulaney I was thinking of, who apparently was fan casted as Luigi, but they gave it to Charlie Day instead, which is we're better off.
I think it'll be good.
Yeah. And Nate mentioned he might have been facing cancellation.
Was he near canceled?
Well, there was
John Mulaney was?
Yeah, there was a few issues. He was using heavy drugs and stuff, and he was acting a bit ridiculous. He went
comedian on heavy drugs.
He went on Seth Meyers' talk show, like clearly super out of it, and had to go to rehab. But he also he left his wife, who he swore he wasn't interested in kids, doesn't want to have kids. And then he left his wife and goes with this beautiful woman. She was in the X-Men movies. She played
Olivia Munn.
And then he had a kid with her immediately.
Wow.
And I think people are just like,
Jason Sudeikis also with? Oh, no, Olivia Wilde.
There you go.
Olivia. Too many Olivias. Yeah. And they kind of look the same.
I'm more of an Olivia Munn man myself.
I'll take them both.
Yeah. Yeah, aren't you generous?
They're both babes. I mean,
I
thought we were
I
just
grew up
talking,
with
like,
Olivia Munn
fantasies.
on like, honestly, I think I want to say Tech TV.
Something like
is
that.
where she
yeah.
came from, I believe.
Yeah.
if I'm
Yeah,
not
she was on
mistaken.
that amazing Attack of the Show. I think
Attack
she
of
was
the
on.
Show.
That's right.
Oh,
She was great on
so
there.
good.
I remember
So
they did like a raffle where it was not a raffle, but they did a fundraiser where like if we get 50 grand for this charity, she will jump into a pool of Jello dressed as Wonder Woman. It was just like it was an impossible goal, and they raised it anyway. And she's
wow.
like, "Fuck! Like I have to sexually exploit myself, but all right, fuck it." Like,
These nerds are going to lose their fucking mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's like a video on of her on that show, like licking an iPhone, like from the bottom of the iPhone to the top of it, the first iPhone that ever came out. Yeah, it was a different world in TV back then. I think
That was an openly sexist and bizarro show.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like Sarah Underwood was on it. Another Instagram
Well, they
model
knew
today.
that they could immediately capture like a pretty huge audience by filling with hot babes and talking about nerdy
Well,
shit.
they do it on sports all the time. But
Yeah.
I admire what they do with sports, though. They actually do find women that can talk sports and know sports.
That's number one, which
Yeah.
is great.
They do
They
that.
try. I've seen a couple try to do that, and they didn't. They were like a week gone.
Yeah.
But the girls that are on all the hockey shit now, the football shit, like they know it better than some of the guys on there
yeah.
that got the job just because they used to play.
There was a dickhead hockey player. I remember, like, he called her out. He's like, "What the fuck? Hang on." He's like, it was like a post game interview, and she's like giving him shit. And he's like, "You don't know anything about the sport. You don't know. You got this job for this. You got this job for that."
Fuck.
Like he got in shit. She got canned. Like she's a little bit exposed for it too. Like,
Well, I feel like on Tech TV, the women, for the most part, I remember they did know their gaming
They
stuff.
weren't feminine,
There's nothing hotter to a nerd, geek, or a dork, and also the Spazes out there than a really hot chick talking about video games. Like, it's absolutely the most alluring thing because you're like, whoa.
This is before they started bringing the women into sports. I feel like nerd culture did it first.
nerd culture probably
Like that
did.
was happening. That was happening.
No, because they did it with the news and they did it on a sportscast and let's get a
That
pretty
didn't
girl
happen.
behind.
That happened like 10 years ago.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I mean, maybe they happen hand in hand. I bet you the
years
news did it first, but we both know porn runs everything, and porn did it first, no matter what context we want to put it in.
Yeah,
porn got rid of beta, and porn got.
I'm so pissed. I had a beta machine.
I had a beta too.
Yeah, fuck. It made more sense. It was longer run times and smaller,
and it was a better quality audio, better quality video.
Yeah. It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah. But porn went VHS, so
yeah. What else on your list you got?
I think
You good for time, Nate?
It's me just ranting about how Christmas is garbage. There is one. Sometimes I just write notes, and I wrote in here.
Your notes are terrible. We've gone through these.
So soccer is garbage. I want to talk about how soccer is garbage.
The World Cup. The World Cup just happened.
Yeah,
so.
and it's garbage. It's a shit sport. It's
what?
It's an embarrassment to sportsmanship. The whole thing.
I want people to email so bad and tweet. I wish we were live.
Soccer is so painfully embarrassing that you have guys out there diving, and the sport that's it. If you get caught diving and there's a replay of you diving, you are relegated. Relegated. You are a previous league. You're fucking gone.
That's what you're saying should happen.
That's what should happen. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It should be 2 red cards for that team. You lost 2 players, and that guy, like, that's how easy it is to get rid of this shit.
Yeah.
Just stop it. And it'll never happen again. Like,
it's pretty bad. I mean, I don't watch a lot of it, but I've seen some of it happen. I'm like, oh my god.
I see it any replay I see in soccer. It's like I can't even legitimize the game by how fake this nonsense is. And they play to the refs, and they've shown footage of the Italian teams practicing dives. They've shown the French team practicing dives.
No.
Just stop. If we just stop this, I'll watch the game.
Yeah.
It should not be so worldly popular.
I'm probably still not going to watch it, so it doesn't really matter.
It's interesting you bring that up because I'm not a sports geek by any means, but I found that one of our hosts, Kevin, on the podcast, he very much is a sports geek. He follows your Canadian hockey, your Canadian football, your Canadian everything, right? And basketball and what have you, and basketball's the one with the hoops, right?
And the baskets and the points.
There's a basket, right? Yeah. But I've watched Welcome to Wrexham, which is Ryan Reynolds and Rob McElhenney bought a team in Wales.
I'm familiar,
and they did the documentary on it. It's on Disney Plus, dude.
Yep. Yeah, it's good.
I'm telling you, man. Like I was like crying about the freaking groundskeeper for an episode.
Really? I've been wanting to watch it. Is it all up? That's all aired right now?
Good. Yeah, it's all aired. It's
all on Disney Plus.
It's a good watch. It's a good watch. Yeah. Did you find yourself? I myself, I think I'm a Ryan Reynolds fan because I love Deadpool. I love his other movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, The Proposal.
Did you find yourself a little tired of him after this? I didn't realize in real life he talks the way he does. Like he really is himself.
He's not acting.
No, yeah.
He really is himself in these roles. Yeah. And I'm just like, God, he's like a smarmy, like he's friendly. He really is. He's truly a polite and friendly guy. But I wouldn't want to like this. He just comes off as a very arrogant person the way he talks.
But he's not. He's like the nicest guy.
He's a super nice guy
at the same time. Yeah.
And for at the end of Welcome to Wrexham, I was like, I don't want to see any more Ryan Reynolds.
That's just too much. There's too many hours.
I had an overload of Ryan Reynolds. And
One movie is like 2 hours. You're good.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone. I love Deadpool so much. It was great.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to another one.
I have to not watch any more Ryan Reynolds stuff. There was even talking him going on Sunny in Philadelphia, and I'm like, no, leave it alone, dude. Just let Rob do his thing. You go do your movie star thing, man. Stay out of it. I think I've had enough. I don't know why. I'm trying to put my finger on what I don't like.
I've said it many times on this podcast. It's because you don't like good quality shit.
Yeah, and Ryan Reynolds is pretty good quality.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, I know.
But with Welcome to Wrexham, it was honestly, it felt almost like a bit of an awakening where I'm like, do I like sports now, or do I just like? I think it's the fact that I connected. The documentary does a really great job of connecting the audience to the people, the culture, the community behind this small team in Wales, to the point where you're just like, I was rooting for them like I was, like I would root for the kids in Sister Act 2. Like I was like, let's go, like come on. And they suck. They're terrible. They're honestly the worst team. I don't know if they've gotten better since the documentary, but like.
I think there's supposed to be a few seasons.
They lose everything.
It's
like every single
There's supposed to be like a few seasons, and they really do want to see them progress through, because like you're talking about being relegated. Like there's all these different leagues, and if you do well in one league, you can move to the next level league. And
now, not to do any spoilers, let's call spoiler alert. Did they get out of relegation? Did they move up?
Do you want it as? Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't. They didn't move
I know
up,
that. I know that already.
They were going to lose. They were going to like lose the stadium. They were going to lose everything. They were never going to be non-existent. Now they at least exist,
and they can continue in that league. Okay.
Well, yes,
that's a
absolutely.
Win. And that's a win.
Yeah. There's only one way up. And you know what? Towards the end, they were in 11th, and they were facing being gone. And then in the last like 6 games, they picked it up, and it seemed like they were going to actually get out of relegation. Like they were going to move up a league. Whoa. It was a big deal. So how do you not get romantic about it? Because they know how to shoot this stuff. But when I'm just watching a J game, like I'm not feeling the emotions of the guy next to me who has like a stupid tinfoil wig on. And I don't know how someone gets to that point.
Foam finger.
It brings up a really cool point, because I remember watching a documentary that was about the Philadelphia Flyers back, I don't know if 70s, I think it was. And the city of Philadelphia was like in turmoil. They'd like lots of recession, no jobs, and people losing their work. And people kind of like really banded together around the Philadelphia Flyers and that whole team. And they started winning games, and they were doing it for the city. And they'd invite everybody in the arena. They'd say, we're all going drinking at this place. And they'd like everyone would show up, and they just made it like all about the community. And apparently it was just like it lifted the team up, which also lifted the city up. Yeah. And I was talking about that, and then that brought up something that I'm pretty sure Kate told me, where she was talking about, she read something that talks about how when people invest themselves in a team, like I'm a Bruins fan, and I just have been because my dad was. There's no real reason.
You'll try to boost your own community.
And it's because back like more animalistic, we were parts of tribes. Yeah. And so you feel like you're a part of a tribe or a clan, and these are your people.
Yeah.
And so
that's very much why you were a Nintendo family, McD. Right? That's your tribe.
That was my clan, dude.
Right? My clan.
And that's why we see that too. And I love the example you give there, Mike, because that is very much that's a good example. That's a way of that sort of feature of humankind being a great thing for communities. You go on Twitter and you see people bashing people because they like Xbox. They like it. Like, what is wrong with you that you like? No, you like PlayStation. You're the worst. Like, don't be doing that.
I think banding together and feeling the success when your sports team beats another sports team is incredible, and that's awesome. And I like that people can do that. If you're doing that and you're losing and then you're beating the shit out of people from the other town, well, you've lost the idea. You've jumped the shark. Is that what they say? Like, you've really sort of missed the whole moment of what that was supposed to mean.
Jump the shark is an entirely other meaning. Not to nitpick. No,
what's jump the shark mean?
Jump the shark is when you're like running out of ideas, so you go for the jump the shark. That's when Fonzie, it refers back to Happy Days.
Really?
They were out of plot lines, so they had Fonzie ride a motorcycle over a shark pool
because they're out of ideas.
Out of ideas,
just chucking something crazy.
Anything, just okay. Like,
really jump the shark.
Let's jump the shark here. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Grasping for straws. Is that like similar?
I suppose.
Straws? Like
maybe
you're just throwing a Hail Mary.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I suppose.
Got to get all these things down.
Yeah.
So. That would be a really fun episode, actually. McD explains the sayings, like, and some of them he doesn't know, and some of them he does, and you will never know which one.
Yeah, and I bullshit my way through all of them. Actually, that's a good idea. We could do like Hollywood Squares. Where like I'll give you the explanations of old sayings, and you have to agree whether or not
balderdash. You have to decide if it's real or not.
That's my game.
That's really good. But Nate, you had something like this on GeekCentric.
Oh yeah.
I forget the game or what it was even about, but you were going to do one for us.
We can play it if you want. I got it here.
Fuck off, really?
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah. Give me. Listen, talk for a few minutes while I just get the scoreboard set up, and it's an interesting one. It's going to keep it geeky.
I like this.
It's called "What's the Deal?" Marvel, DC, or me. So get ready on this one. Okay, it's going to be fun. Yeah, we can play it here. For those who listen to classic GeekCentric episodes, that you might have already heard this one, so you don't cheat. But yeah, we can definitely make this happen. Talk amongst yourself for a few moments.
I normally forget things. Like I did listen to a few of these, so I'm hoping I don't remember.
I'm going to do poorly because it was like 20 minutes ago. You guys talked about Mantis, and I'm like, who the fuck is Mantis? It's the Asian girl in
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. So. Did you watch the holiday special?
I did.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot.
It's fine. Yeah, I liked how Groot was like a steroid teenager now.
Yeah. Kate and I decided that the reason that he looked like that was because there's so much like CGI that they don't have enough people to do it, that they actually made a suit for somebody to wear.
That's not the case though, I'm sure.
I don't know. It looks like a guy wearing a suit.
I don't think so.
And like a little bit of CGI to beef it up, but rather than a whole character made out of CGI.
Because normally don't they just have a guy holding up like a broomstick with a head on it?
Yeah, and it's like they build the whole character out of CGI. Now they could like build a suit and then add on.
Yeah, you might be right about that.
I think that's what happened.
But he did move like one of the guys from NFL Blitz. Like he moved very animated anyway, so I don't know if a human could even do that. But yeah, there's something there. You might be onto something.
I think so. It was pretty good. I'm really excited that we have a host for a game right now. This is like something that like
I think we found our missing element to our show: professionalism.
Preparation, professionalism.
Yeah. Well, we knew I haven't been bringing it.
Oh, you know who messaged me today? I know you've tried.
Who's that?
Starla Manchester.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she messaged me today.
To whom you owe a shirt?
She said, don't worry about it. She literally said, don't worry about it. She also said, yes, big jugs.
She's not the one in Korea. She's the one in St. Louis.
She's the one in St. Louis. She said, St. Louis Star. What was her name? She said, it has a nice ring to it. Somebody in the last episode said, St. Louis Starla or something. I couldn't. She typed it. She's got a nice ring to it. And I was like, oh my God, I can't even say that. But she said,
send her a shirt now. Come on.
She said she's moving. She's planning her retirement. She's going to like Panama or something. And she's like, don't worry about it. I don't need a shirt.
God damn it.
I was like,
she earned a shirt more than anybody, man.
It's now a pretty great gag that I just haven't sent one.
Yeah. Because I got mine to Korea.
You drove it to Whitby.
Doesn't matter. That was still a task. You know what? A UPS station would have been less effort than driving it to Korea. So
you drove it. You didn't drive it to Korea. You drove it to Whitby.
No, I drove it. No, I was saying I drove it to Whitby.
Yeah.
But driving to a UPS station would have been less effort than driving it to Whitby. Especially when I drove to like a weird gated community where like I thought someone was going to draw a gun on me. It's a really nice area. Yeah, it's cool.
Speaking of drawing things, there were a lot of artists throughout the years that probably drew some of these characters. This is fake or real. What's the deal? Marvel, DC, or me, meaning that this is either a character from the Marvel Comics universe, the DC Comics universe, or one that I have made up entirely. And all you have to do is say whether it is fake or real.
Are you going to give us both a chance to guess?
Pardon me?
It's not a buzz-in thing.
Give us both a chance to say yes or no? Okay, perfect.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
You did a Star Wars themed one, I think, once.
We did a Star Wars themed one. We did one that was, what was that show that was on Netflix about like the guy that like goes into another body? Do you know what I'm talking about? Sci-fi show?
Altered Carbon something?
Altered Carbon?
Altered Carbon, yes. Yeah, okay. So it was Evanescence songs or Evanescence lines or Altered Carbon episode titles. I don't know if we actually aired that one, but that one was really, really fun. Okay, so our first character, 3D Man. Formed by his brother, focusing really hard through the lens of his glasses, this hero has 3 times the strength and 3 times the speed of normal humans. 3D Man, is he fake or real?
I'm gonna go. He's real, and he's Marvel.
Okay. Just for the record, you don't have to guess that part, but it's completely up to you. Yeah.
Why not? Why not get specific?
You're gonna go real. I'm gonna go just to contrast your answer because I am leaning towards this being something Nate's made up.
Okay.
All right. Our next one.
Oh, we'll get our points at the end.
Yeah, man. You won't know.
Oh, man.
Our next one.
You wanted to know so bad.
Pig Plummet. This villainous character was tending to his farm when radiation-filled rain caused his cells to merge with his pigs. He now uses his massive strength and size to crush his enemy with deadly belly flops. Pig Plummet. Is he fake or real?
I think he's real in Marvel again.
Really?
Okay. Yeah. I think they even maybe alluded to him in She-Hulk. There was like a pig kind of guy. He wasn't a porcupine, but he's a pig kind of guy. I'm gonna say. You don't get to ride my coattails now.
Should we go back and forth on who says first? Because you've said first now. You're influencing my decision. So I mean, it's fine with me. I want to know what you think.
All right,
but I think he's real as well.
Okay. Yeah, I think when we did this on the podcast, I had my co-host hold up pieces of paper of fake or real, and they would show it at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to do that. We can. This is
fine. We'll just go back and forth on who. I'll answer first the next time.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Yes, the next one is D-Man. D-Man was a normal man who, despite being a promising athlete, chose to undergo augmentation from the power broker. Finding himself too strong for conventional sports, he entered the Unlimited Class Wrestling Federation. D-Man.
Wow.
I'm saying real.
I mean, that's a lot.
I don't know if this is like a red herring. There's a red herring. Like the power broker is real, and we know that. And I don't know if you threw that in there as a red herring, but I'm going to go with real.
And from what? From what franchise? From what?
From Marvel. But
from Marvel?
Yeah, okay. That's just because you mentioned power broker. But
well, you've given yourself away. I'm going Marvel as well.
Yeah.
And sorry, McD, fake or real?
Real and from Marvel.
Okay, from Marvel. Okay. Just so you know, I don't have things listed whether they are from Marvel. That's okay. All right. Okay. You'll give your own bonus points. The next one, the Badger. A Vietnam War veteran who suffered from multiple personality disorder. One of the personalities that inhibited his bodies was a character named the Badger, who could talk to animals. Supposedly, he had a drug-induced vision where he saw God appear to him as a badger. The Badger.
I'm going fake. All
right, McD,
I'm going fake. Although I think there is a hero called the Badger, but I'm going fake on this one. This sounds.
Yeah, I'm going fake. I got to go fake. It's crazy if that's real.
Both of you saying fake for the Badger.
Yep.
All right, Cold Kitty. After witnessing the accidental death of her mother at the hands of her father, she decides to move to the South Pole to live out the rest of her days, working at a local pet store by day and wearing a white cat costume, fighting domestic abuse by night. She's pretty much just a white costume version of Catwoman. Fake or real?
I'm going real.
Yeah.
Okay, McD going real.
Yeah, it's like Marvel's version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, why not? Catwoman. Yeah, I suppose. Because there's like, I was thinking Black Cat too.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going real.
I'm going real.
Okay. All right. Next one. The Wizard. The Wizard.
Okay.
Oh, wow. As a child, when he was traveling with his father, he was bitten by a poisonous cobra. His father decided to use mongoose blood as an antivenom for the bite. And once the antivenom was applied, he was able to run at superhuman speeds. The Wizard.
Yeah, I'm going real because I know I've heard that name before.
Yeah, the Wizard exists in the Marvel Universe. He actually coached a young Spider-Man. He was bagging groceries, and he met a young Peter Parker.
Really?
He was the Wizard. He was one of the first mutants. He was one of the first people recorded in the Marvel Universe with superpowers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. But he wore a yellow suit with a yellow lightning bolt on the top of his head. When you started this game,
yeah,
I thought because I used to read the Marvel Encyclopedia as a Bible when I was a kid. And I didn't have any comic books, but I loved that encyclopedia. And I always loved this Wizard guy. And then he showed up in the Spider-Man animated series. Wow. And I was just so fucking pumped to see the Wizard in there. I thought it was amazing.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's the Wizard, baby.
Okay. All right. Okay. Jesus, geek over here.
I thought he might mention him. I can't believe he mentioned him.
All right. Next up, we have the Black Condor. Raised by an actual condor, he learned how to fly simply by flapping his arms. He failed several times until one day he was able to fly. The Black Condor.
Fuck you.
They get better.
I'm gonna say real.
No, I'm
saying real.
I'm not.
Mike is saying real.
I'm saying real.
Fake.
I'm not gonna let him push me around like that.
I'm saying real.
It's fucking fake, man.
Wow. Okay.
It's fucking real. I'm sad.
We're getting there. We're getting there. Number 9, Kidman. Once as powerful as a bodybuilder, this incredible athlete/doctor is abducted by aliens one fateful night. Upon waking up in his childhood room, he discovers he now only possesses the strength of a small child. Kidman.
That's not a superpower. That's a worse power.
That's a giant disability. I have the power of a homunculus. No, I'm going. I mean, Kidman. It could have existed in those old weird detective comics or something. Like the old Batmans were mental. The shit they put in.
Yeah. Are you going first or me?
I'll go real on this one. Fuck it. If it's an old Batman detective comic.
Fake.
Yeah.
Mike going fake on that one. Okay.
Kidman.
Yeah, Kidman.
Next up, Social Medusa. Social Medusa. An archaeologist becomes popular on social media and decides to unearth an ancient gem hidden deep under a Greek temple while streaming for her millions of followers. Once she discovers the gem, she's transformed into the snake-haired Medusa with the power to turn anyone who looks at her posts on social media into stone.
Oh my God.
Social Medusa.
I'm going fake on the basis that I think I would have heard about this.
You think you would have heard about this? You think this would have make like breaking news?
Might have made, this would be big news.
I'm going to say real. I'm going to go the other way.
Okay.
Sounds good. Okay.
It's probably not, but I don't know.
All right. I think we've got like 6 more here. Here we go.
All right.
Ice cream. The mutant supervillain Ice Cream has the ability to turn into any flavor of ice cream he wants. His biggest foes include the sun, hungry babies, and lactose-free diets.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ice cream.
No fucking way.
You want to go first, Mike?
No, it's not. It's a fake.
It's a fake. It's a fun one, though.
Both of us say
I think hungry babies is
hungry. The sun
is an issue.
The sun. Hungry babies.
That's an issue for everybody, but the hungry babies is not an issue for me.
Except for ice cream.
Matter Eater Lad. Matter Eater Lad hails from the planet Bismol, like Pepto-Bismol, where microbes have rendered all food on his planet inedible. In order to survive, the population evolved to be able to ingest any type of matter. So his power is that he can eat anything that's normally inedible. Matter Eater Lad.
Well, how did Matter Eater Lad get here? How do we know about who's he interacted with? Is this like a spelling bee? Can I get an example?
There's no. You get the description, then that's it.
Yeah. Use it in a sentence, please.
Can I have any known aliases?
I'm going to go fake.
Yeah, I'm going to go fake on this one, too.
Going fake.
Yeah, I'm going
D
fake.
is going fake.
I'm going
Okay.
fake. It's
Peppermint Man.
They can't all be fake.
Peppermint Man. Originally a candy shop owner, Peppermint Man wears a red and white striped suit and stays cool by using his ability to lower the temperature of any given space using his minty fresh breath. Peppermint Man.
I'm going real.
You know what? I think you're right.
I'm going real. This is old Batman detective shit.
Yeah.
That's so ridiculous.
He lives next door to Eggman.
Yeah. There's this ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
All right. Both of us going with real. Okay. Kid Eternity. Get ready for this one. He was a regular kid who died before his time. Okay. His life ended in a boating accident, but due to a cosmic mishap, it was determined that he should have lived another 70 years and was therefore restored back to life and given a variety of powers by way of compensation. Sworn to do good in the world, he could summon any historical or mythological being to help him in his tasks and could also make himself invisible. Kid Eternity.
Question: when he summons these beings, are they in a form,
physical
form, or an astral form? You know, is that the?
I don't know if he has these answers.
It says, you know what? It says that it helps him in his tasks. So I'm assuming they have to be able to interact with the physical world if they're helping him in his tasks.
What was his name again?
Kid Eternity.
I'm going to say real.
I'm taking real. I'm taking real on him too.
Both of us going real.
I like the idea of Cleopatra showing up to like sort out your DVDs.
He's kind of like a kind of like a super powered Bill or Bill and Ted.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you get Socrates to come help you out.
Yeah, Socrates.
Socrates. Oh my gosh! All right, 2 more. Here we go.
All right,
this next one's great. Danny the Street.
Yellow line up his face.
Danny the Street is a thinking piece of pavement, like an actual roadway with thoughts. Danny can integrate himself into any geography of any city without people noticing, and speaks through window signs of shops that line his body. He's also trans. Danny the Street.
You're a dick.
I'm saying real.
I'm going fake because he's also trans at the end.
Okay,
I'm going real.
Fake,
I'm
Mike
going fake.
real.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
Danny
also trans. I like it's transportation, but that's nonetheless.
Wow, I didn't even think on that level. Wow.
Okay, I did.
Amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, I didn't either, but I'm going to go real.
Okay.
It just seems ridiculous enough to maybe
transit. You know. Yeah.
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 All right, this final one here, and very fitting, the name. Conclusion. A depressed comic book writer attempts to end his own life when he is stopped by Loki and gifted a magical book that gives him the ability to end any ongoing story he sees in front of him, except his own.
Sounds like a Rick and Morty thing.
Yeah.
I'll take a reel on that one, just because it's good writing by Nate. I think
Conclusion?
Yeah, Nate,
I'm going to say fake.
I'm going to give Nate a thumbs up on that one. Just come up with it anyway.
Sounds good. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to quickly tabulate some scores here. Talk about your favorite Marvel or DC hero, and I'll get back to you in a second.
Can I go pee before we do the conclusion?
Yeah. You got it.
Let's do it.
All right, we got to wrap up here with the game. How you doing there, Nate? Are you...
All right, let's get to the results of the game here. I'm going to read through the descriptions a little faster this time just because we got to get through all of them, but just to give you context.
Yeah.
3D Man, formed by his brother focusing really hard on the lens of his glasses. The hero has 3 times the strength and 3 times the speed of normal humans. Mike, you said fake. McD, you said real. 3D Man is real.
Yeah.
3D Man is a real character.
Again, it's going to be DC Detective or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
He said he didn't write it down, so he doesn't know.
Oh, okay.
Pig Plummet.
You're very big on that. You got to know which one it's from, eh?
I wish.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Look it up.
When we're going back through here, you can literally do a quick Google search for them to let you know.
Yeah.
But Pig Plummet, the villainous character, was tending to his farm. Radiation rain caused him to turn into a big pig man, and he does belly flops. Mike, you said real. McD, you said real. I made up Pig Plummet. I think that's
That's good. That was a good one.
It's a good name.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
It's a very good name.
D-Man. D-Man was a normal human who, despite being a promising athlete, chose to undergo augmentation from the power broker. Finding himself too strong for conventional sports, he entered the unlimited class wrestling federation. D-Man. And so we have here, Mike said real, McD said real, D-Man is real. Absolutely. Yeah. Very good. Yeah, that power broker might have given it away.
Isn't the Ultimate
Federation, that's in Marvel,
the
too.
league you mentioned, the wrestling league you mentioned, is that not in Spider-Man 1 with Tobey Maguire?
Oh, maybe. I mean, there's definitely wrestling in Spider-Man.
I think it is.
Yeah,
I think that's the wrestling league they use in it. Macho Man was the Bonesaw, I think his name.
Bonesaw.
Bonesaw.
Yeah.
So good.
That's right.
The Badger, a Vietnam War veteran who suffered multiple personality disorder. One of the personalities inhibited his body was a character named the Badger. Mike, you said fake. McD, you said fake. The Badger is a real comic book character.
I'm ahead right now, I think. I'm ahead by one, I think.
By one, it's close. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, man. The 70s, drug-induced visions. Cold Kitty. After witnessing the accidental death of her mother at the hands of her father, she decides to move to the South Pole to live out the rest of her days, working at a local pet store day by day, wearing a white cat costume, fighting domestic abuse by night. She pretty much is a white costume version of Catwoman. Mike, you said real. McD, you said real. I appreciate it. It is fake. That is not a real character, but sounds like it could really.
It's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Who's done an Antarctic character or something?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that sounds like one of those ones where like DC did it, so Marvel was like, "Fuck, well, we gotta have somebody like that."
Has someone not made an Antarctic character? I bet you they'd like. That's a good idea, man.
I don't know, maybe
It's gotta be.
Sub-Zero
There's gotta
bitch,
be.
you know?
The Wizard. You gotta.
We know about this one.
My poker face blew this one.
Geek over here knows about the Wizard. The Wizard is real. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
awesome. Yeah.
Mongoose blood as anti-venom for a bite. I don't understand.
That's a very strange one. That's a very
logic.
strange one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Blanca from Street Fighter was raised by electric eels. So these things happen.
They do
Okay.
happen. That's true.
The Black Condor. Raised by an actual condor, he learned how to fly simply by flapping his arms. He failed several times until one day he was able to fly. Mike, you said real. McD, you said fake. The Black Condor is real. Absolutely.
That is the most outrageous fucking thing I've ever heard.
He learned
Your arms until it happens.
I've been wasting my life not flapping my arms.
Dude, we could all fly if we just
I'm
flapped
going to
our
start
arms.
charging up like fucking Goku then. If that can start happening.
Yeah, just start flapping, dude.
All right. Kid Man, once a powerful as powerful as a bodybuilder, this incredible athlete / doctor is abducted by aliens one fateful night. Upon waking in his childhood room, he discovers he now only possesses the strength of a small child.
Disability man.
Kid Man. Mike said fake. McD said real. Kidman is fake. I made up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I don't know why I said real. That's like leukemia, man. Like that's like horrible thing to say.
God.
Oh my gosh! I will say,
Sorry, I didn't invent
Kidman. To give you some context, while I was writing some of these, I had IMDb open. What do I look at when I look to the right? A picture of Nicole Kidman.
So you're just like, I need to figure out
where
a reason
Kidman came
for
from.
this.
Social Medusa, an archaeologist becomes popular on social media, decides to unearth an ancient gem hidden deep under a Greek temple while streaming for her millions of followers. Mike, you said real. McD, you said fake. Social Medusa is fake. I made up Social Medusa. Yeah. That's a good idea too, right?
It's an excellent idea.
I thought that was one of those like new ideas.
I think there's a movie right now
to connect with the kids. Like I thought it was like
that was what I was going for. Yeah. The TikTok generation.
I think I would have heard. That's why I think I would have heard about it.
Because you're so hip.
I got my finger on the pulse, man.
You do, yeah.
All right, I got this one's crazy. Ice Cream. The super mutant villain Ice Cream has the ability to turn into any flavor of ice cream he wants. His biggest foes include the sun, hungry babies, and lactose-free diets. Both of you said fake. Ice Cream is real. Ice Cream is a real character.
Wow.
Yeah. Look it up.
I'm going to have to look that up.
Keep in mind, right? A lot of these comics, some of these comics were like literally 2 pages long, and it was like a joke.
And they're shitting, they're shitting about,
right? But that's still a character.
Polka Dot Man, even in the Suicide Squad, was a joke of a character.
Yeah.
But they have to, which is a good idea to take seriously.
A special one-off comic.
Yeah, it's a fun idea. Like Spider-Man did that shit too. There was a guy that was good at gyroscopes and became like he could run up walls and everything. It was ridiculous. But, yeah,
Kidman.
Alrighty, Matter Eater Lad hails from the planet Bismol.
You know what? Actually, sounds
where microbes have rendered all his food on his planet inedible. In order to survive, the population evolved to be able to ingest any type of matter. So his power is that he can eat anything that's normally inedible. Mike, you said fake. McD, you said fake. Matter Eater Lad is very much real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because then, you know what? Because the name is so good.
Matter Eater Lad
is so good. You'd make that name and be like, I got to make a backup for this. That's a great name.
Yeah, Matter Eater Lad.
Yeah.
Somebody said that. Where would you come up with that? Someone said that drunk at a party.
That's a good name.
I think Matter Eater Lad, yes, he's from the DC universe. And it's interesting because he was name dropped in an episode of Peacemaker, which is a very James Gunn thing to do. Circling back to James Gunn there. Peppermint Man. Peppermint Man, originally a candy shop owner, Peppermint Man wears a red and white striped suit and stays cool by using his ability to lower the temperature of any given space using his minty fresh breath.
Real.
Mike, you said real. McD, you said real. I appreciate that because I made up Peppermint Man.
Yes, dude. I realized that like this was too good that all of a sudden it was like shit.
But I send you vintage comics all the time with ridiculous shit.
Yeah.
Right? And this is just totally canon.
That actually is like very easily a character from a comic.
That's especially a Christmas edition of some. Like it would happen.
He's actually the superhero version of one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite, no longer on the air, late night shows from Conan. Which was Minty, the candy king that fell on the ground. And so
Minty fell on the ground. Yes, Minty fell on the ground, but just a moment or two.
It's so good. It's so dumb.
Now Minty's covered in goo, but Minty fell on the ground for just a moment or two.
Such a good one. All right. Kid Eternity was a regular kid before he died before his time.
Right.
His life ended in a boating accident, but due to a cosmic mishap, he was determined that he should have lived for another 70 years. Therefore, he was restored back to life. Given a variety of powers by way of compensation, sworn to do good in the world, he could summon any historical or mythological being to help him in his tasks and could also make himself invisible. Both of you said real. Kid Eternity is real. Absolutely.
Yeah. That's a good story.
That's a good
teaching kids about history in your comic books.
I like. I didn't notice in the first time you said it was mythological characters, so he could bring back people that weren't real.
Do you recall a story in particular with him?
Oh, not at all. No, I didn't read this.
Okay.
No.
He Google searching weird names, weird superheroes.
Yeah, weird superheroes. 100%. That's where most of these came from, I'll be honest. Yeah. Danny the Street is a thinking piece of pavement, like an actual roadway with thoughts. Danny can integrate himself into the geography of any city without people noticing and speaks through the window signs of shops that line his body. He is also trans.
He's also trans.
Mike said real.
It's so fucked
fake.
Up. Look at that smile he's got. Fuck me.
Danny the Street is real.
It's just good writing. It's just good writing.
It's just so ridiculous.
But he's also trans is the most ridiculous thing to write.
I think my favorite part is that he speaks through the window signs.
But he has no sexual organs. Can you be?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, he's attracted to all kinds of humans. Yeah, sure. But he isn't a human. He's some weird entity that can be asphalt.
He's attracted to all kinds of roads. Different highways, byways, parkways.
Wow.
Byways.
I didn't even think about that. Oh my gosh. Incredible. And to wrap up here, conclusion. A depressed comic book writer attempts to end his own life when he is stopped by Loki and gifted a magical book that gives him the ability to end any ongoing story he sees in front of him, except his own. Mike, you said fake. McD, you said real.
I think Nate's good enough to write this one.
If I win, I think we're tied. I think you're gonna win if this is.
Did you write
conclusion? Is fake. I wrote this.
Yes, I think I'm way ahead now. I think I got a couple on you.
I think you got 2 on me now.
So for a final score, McD, you had 4.
4 right or 4 wrong?
4 right. So wait, 1, 2.
Wait, that can't be right. No, those are points over. He's saying that the points over. I scored 4 points over you.
No.
You scored 4 points in total.
What? In total.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
You've been sucking on that vape way too hard.
Yeah, that thing's full of gasoline. Actually, I ran out of juice.
Okay, so for out of a total of 14,
okay,
Mike, you got 7. Congratulations.
Oh, you're 3.
I crushed you.
God damn.
You got crushed.
I should have poker faced the wizard.
50%.
I could have thrown you off your game if I poker faced the wizard.
That one, I was pretty on to that one, though, because I'm pretty sure I'd heard that name before.
Yeah, the wizard's dope.
Yeah.
Yellow suit. And he's Wiz, because he looks like Pee-Pee.
Yeah.
Wiz. It's ridiculous. And he called himself the wizard because that's a sound he made when he ran around.
Yeah.
Wow.
He made a whizzing sound.
Yeah, it's just whizzing around all over the place.
Yeah, he was quick.
Nate, that's awesome that you brought that. I didn't know you just had it handy, ready to go.
That was a ton of fun. Yeah, thank you very much,
man.
Thank
Absolutely.
You
yeah, I told you when we did this forever ago that I wanted to do this on your podcast. So
yeah, we talked about having this on the podcast probably when we still worked together, which has been a year and a half now. In regular dumpster talk fashion, we made it happen eventually.
There we go.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, that's pretty good. Not much of a holiday season ender, I guess, but year ender. We've had a great guest. I'm happy that we've been able to bring some more guests on and actually like fill up some new content and things like that. If people wanted to email us, we have info@dumpstertalk.com. I'd like to get people to do that. I this week started to take some snippets and cut them up and throw them on our brand new TikTok account.
Yeah.
I'm trying to join all them kids in that crazy app that gives me an anxiety attack every time I open the fucking thing. I don't understand it. So if anyone wants to give me a tutorial about how the fuck that works, or just get on there and just like and subscribe and do all that kind of fun stuff.
Oh, I'm going to dox my uncle really quick.
What's
just
dox
really
mean? That's
maybe not dox. I guess dox tells you where he lives.
Oh.
Yeah, what does dox mean, McD? Can you explain the origin?
It's an online attack, is it not?
Is that what it is?
I thought it was. I thought that's an online attack.
That sounds good to me. So sure.
I'm going to throw my uncle under the bridge here, but I won't say which uncle, so nobody will know. But he came up to me. This was a little while ago, and he asked me. He's like, "So TikTok," and he goes, "It's just a bunch of like women just showing off their boobs and stuff, right?" And I'm like, well. It can be if that's what the algorithm learns that you look at.
Yeah.
He got so embarrassed.
Oh yeah, because that's what I got told from somebody at work. She's like, "Oh, you teach it. Like you teach it what you want it to be." And I was like, "Fuck. Well, how? Like it's just showing me the most ridiculous shit. I just keep swiping, and then something comes up that I'm like, I don't really want to see this, but it's fucked, so I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
But now I'm worried that it's gonna give me more of that.
That's all it gives you now.
And so I started having this weird anxiety that I'm like, no, I need to swipe away, but I also kind of want to know what the fuck this is. And I don't like it.
I wish my friends made more Facebook posts with their families. For when I check in on Facebook, I can learn their kids' names again. Because when I go on Instagram, it's just bikini babes the whole time, and I'm just in a zone. I'm just gone. That's my algorithm. It's 7,500. For the record, you can only follow 7,500 people on Instagram.
Oh, you know what else I'm going to do?
Go on.
So we got the new TikTok that I'm working on.
Yeah.
But we also have about 200 super hunk, sexy, weird photos of you from that AI app.
200? I think 100.
No, like 200.
Oh, man. I'm fucking amped about this. It's such a fucking... I got to admit. I have to admit something about myself. I'm learning something about myself. I am obsessed with myself.
Is it egomaniac?
It's a narcissist? Is it narcissism?
I think it's not. I don't know. One of the two.
I've always known it about myself. Like, if someone like posts all their wedding photos, I scroll through looking for me. I just do.
Yeah.
And I don't obsess over the photo. I don't like, oh, I look good or like bad. I don't. I just like, there's me. All right. And what am I doing? Okay.
Yeah. Which ones of these have me in them?
Yeah. I just care a little more. And then this app thing comes out where I just look amazing. It's like, why? Everyone must want this like I do. Like, who wouldn't want this?
Yeah.
It's a nice confidence boost.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I think everybody wants to see what they look like when they do it. I know that everyone's like curious to see what it'll do. Mm-hmm. And also there's like a lot of fucked up weird shit that comes out of it too. So
which is awesome too.
Which is also awesome. That's why I'm going to post a bunch of them because I think they're hilarious. And I think you should give me a backstory of what that version of you from another universe does.
I'm game, dude.
And we'll post a photo of it with a backstory of who that Justin McDonald is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. I like that a lot. Justin, would you, those filters that came out a long time ago that was like shows you as a woman? Yeah. Did you do that? And would you date yourself?
Oh, I've seen dude, for sure.
Like, you've done it and you know what you look like.
Oh God, I looked amazing, dude. Like
I'm cute.
Growing up my whole life, I was always told by my sister and girls in high school, because I was a real late bloomer around puberty, they'd be like, "You be a gorgeous girl." Like girls that have a girls I had a crush on.
No. Yeah.
And they'd be like, you'd be so much prettier as a girl. Can I dress you up as a girl? Can I give you a makeover? I'm like, no. I want you to view me as a guy that I want to have sex with you. Like,
I want to be hunky. I'm hunky.
No, I don't want a women makeover. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. I make an attractive lady. I do, with a big schnoz, but nonetheless, yeah, I'm attracted to women with schnozzes. So
there you go.
There you go.
Maybe that's what it is, though. It's because it's you.
Oh,
my God, dude.
I was in college with an Egyptian woman with a fucking sailboat for her nose, and it was hot. So
yeah, and it's because it was close to you.
God, man, I don't have a fucking boat for a nose, but goddamn. Man,
she loved hot dogs. It was crazy.
But I just want people to look forward to that. We didn't really talk too much about that.
Egyptians are their main cuisine. We should note they're into pyramids and hot dogs. That's what's going on in Egypt right now.
That's what it is.
And they're upset because the hot dogs are going to last longer than the pyramids.
They probably would. Yeah, I don't want to create a huge, what did they call it? A pumpkin here. I don't want to go on too long. So I just wanted to let people know we got that going on TikTok. We got some AI photos to look forward to.
Right. Yeah.
We'll definitely have Nate on again at some point or another.
I'm sold. I'm sold on Nate because I was saying before we started this, I'm like, I don't want this fucking guy anywhere near us.
Yeah, he said it so much, and I was like, you haven't met him ever.
Awesome.
But I think having to make it a comfortable sit where I have Nate up on a screen so it feels like you're here hanging out.
That's nice, yeah.
It makes it a lot easier than just having somebody on the phone, quote unquote. So like it's a lot nicer for sure. So thanks for being one of our first guests.
Yeah.
Long time
first virtual guest.
First organized guest that we wanted to have on anyway.
That's a good point.
Right.
Yeah, that's also a good point.
Yeah.
And
McD, I really enjoyed your just sorry, I know we're making a bigger pumpkin, but your
it happens all the time.
Your firefighting training story was probably one of the best things that I listened to this year. I think honestly, it was harrowing.
Yeah,
we've actually got a lot of feedback on that. So you're gonna have to sign up for something, dude. You're gonna have to sign up for something new.
You know what's insane? I have a friend who's like, I'm gonna go do it too. I'm like, where? And he's like, same place you went to. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Did he listen to that?
Okay, can you please go listen to the start? He changed schools. Did
he listen to it first?
And I don't know. He just I found out about it and he changed schools. Yeah,
but now that I know of your narcissism, McD, I think maybe a firefighting calendar might be a good thing to look into.
In fact, I should make one for my interview. It's like, guys, I'm already 2 steps ahead.
I already got that.
That's amazing.
I already got the calendar made. Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, GeekCentric Podcast. Can they find you on all the socials? I know you're on all those things.
All the things. I'm quickly for myself, Nate Plays Games on Twitter. You can check me out there. But for GeekCentric, the GeekCentric Podcast, wherever podcasts are listened to, youtube.com/GeekCentric. If you actually want to see what I look like, you can actually, in some of those interviews, see my lights and the celebrities commenting on them. We've
beautiful blue eyes.
Appreciate that. Instagram @WeAreGeekCentric, TikTok @WeAreGeekCentric, and Twitter @GeekCentricYT.
Cool. Email us info@dumpstertalk.com. We've now got a sweet online setup, so if you want to be on here, we'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
But you got to have something to promote. That's the only rule. I think we got to just cut it there. You can find us at Dumpster Talk on all the things. On TikTok, I couldn't get that. Some asshole already stole it, so it's @Dumpster Talk Podcast. And yeah, look forward to another one. Thanks again, Nate Shelton, for joining us.
Nate Shelton, nice to finally meet you, buddy.
Hey,
I understand now why Mike was so excited to have you on.
Oh, he's the best.
He's the best. It was great, man.
Good company.
Very interactive. I mean, a guy that doesn't know me is just like,
I feel like I know.
He got me dialed in.
That's the weirdest part.
I love it, dude.
We're 26 episodes in. That's
fantastic, man.
My name's Mike Smith.
I'm Justin McDonald.
And this is never going to work.